those who understand the task that I am undertaking of constructing this blank book. If you understand the meaning behind it, I applaud you. Well done. And thank you for being loyal to Father. To all those who are just learning about this book to be constructed, that stays blank till after the event, I build this out of a place of love and will complete this task as asked by the Father to do for all of you. Sometimes I sit and think about the kind of faith it takes when someone like Noah hears the Creator speaking to him from inside that secret place between his ears, and in turn, the belief it takes for Noah to take that inspiration and thought and that spoken word and make it manifest and put it into action by actually building the ark. And other times I think, well, just Noah deciding to follow that God-inspired thought, in even just telling his family and the people he knew and speaking about it to them and following through with it. Well, I think that would have been the easy part for Noah throughout this task. You see, nowadays, to hear from the Creator and believe, and then to put what you have heard into action, has become much harder as time has gone on, and people have gotten farther and farther away from the Creator, the true source, and His ways. And to hold belief in what they hear and how to act on it, the influence of technology and time, for to these it has faded away and almost become but lost to the human race. So I think for Noah, in these times back closer to the garden, to hear, to believe, to decide, and to act upon it would have been easier in Noah's time than to hear and believe and act on something nowadays. And then I have heavily considered the time frame it took Noah to complete the building of the vessel. The 120 years, or give or take a few days, and yes, it would have taken a very long time. It was a very big boat after all, wasn't it? I feel perhaps it took Noah 120 years or so, because the Creator showed him what destruction was coming. And maybe Noah understood that upon his completion of the task of building the ark, that the devastation would begin. And out of a place of compassion and love, he stalled or procrastinated even at times, hoping it would allow more time for others to change and find the Creator, allowing them a chance, if you will. Such thoughts as these are just the inner cipher of the bearded star's thinking. Sometimes I ponder about how people's worry about what is coming and all the doom and gloom. And I sit back and think about how much of a marvelous, beautiful thing it actually is. And on the flip side, how for the Creator, it would be a bittersweet day. I imagine Noah would have possibly felt and thought the same way. Take a moment with me and imagine you were Noah. Think about how upsetting it is and how sad you would be in knowing once you completed the task that God had given you and asked you to do, that He, the Creator, was going to mop up literally the mess of the planet that it had become. In other words, He was going to flood it and clean it. Yet on the other hand, possibly Noah would have been very happy that everything was going to be pretty much wiped out and restarted, and that all the craziness and pain and sinful ways were going to be removed, and that after it was all over and done, that he could rest a little easier knowing that his family was safe. So for Noah, throughout all those years it took him to complete the task, with all the thoughts of how good it would be after it happens, and yet how horrible it will be while it happens, I'm sure it was a bittersweet process for Noah to bring himself to come about to actually putting hammer to nail, if you will, and completing the task. Maybe this is why it was so drawn out, the completion of the construction of the blank book, to be continued. As always, much peace, grace, and forbearance to you.